Good morning, Alan. Hello, everyone else, and welcome to TARDIS Spider. I'm Terry. This week, Enlightenment, the final story in the Black Guardian trilogy. If you like this video, please subscribe. We are now well over 600, and the goal is 700 by the end of the year. Please help us get there, or maybe even to 750. And now, let's talk about Enlightenment. Enlightenment, story number 127, season 20, the four-part conclusion to the Black Guardian trilogy. Had a great rewatch of this yesterday after watching part 3 of Another Sci Fi Guy. He did a ranking of all the classic Doctor Who stories. This was in part 3. These premiere each Saturday at 12:15 Central Standard Time. I enjoy his work, and the chat is great. Check this YouTuber out. Now, back to Enlightenment. This is one of the better stories of the Davison era, and has had special effects upgrades at least twice, always improving a great story. And all three versions are worth a watch. Much of this is down to its sense of visual. Simply put, tall ships in space is brilliant. The reasons for this are not terribly complex. Space exploration in sci fi is an extension to the age of exploration. Even if somehow most of the alien races look like us, instead of the results of evolution in a different world. The void of space easily compares to the vast expanse of the sea 500 or more years ago. At once, it feels familiar, uncanny, and weird. A memorable start to a good story. This story also has an alien race in the Eternals, in which we have detachment and fascination at the same time for humanity. This is presented as a logical consequence of their status as immortal beings. You can see how empty the Eternals are on Stryker's ship. They are empty, alone, and desperate. As with the tall ships in space, cruel, indifferent gods are one of those science fiction ideas that are seldom bad. Eternal boredom is a really great character motivation. And yes, a bored god is a marvelous existential threat. This works in Enlightenment, two solid ideas that go together well, and then we explore them. To many, the Guardians are an odd choice for John Nathan Turner to bring back in season 20. They hail, after all, from the largely ignored Williams era, coming from a period where the program very much did not care about consistent continuity. In other words, the Guardians are interesting within the piece, the here and now of this story, but dodgy if made a reoccurring part. So be careful in wanting them back. And think about it. What might Clegg have come up with even without the Guardians? So equally, Enlightenment works as far as the Guardians. So, unlike in Modern Undead and Terminus, the Guardians end up fitting into this story well, avoiding becoming an inconvenient plot point. Not forgetting, the idea of the Eternals owes a great debt to Michael Moorcock's Dancers at the End of Time. This story works and is one of the better stories of the Davison era. It is a story where all of the ideas have a clear relationship to one another, with all of the aspects of production working in step and in the same direction. Watch this alone or with the rest of the Black Guardian trilogy, and you will not be let down. So enjoy the Doctor, Tegan, and Turlo, the next new TARDIS team.